Hello, welcome to another episode of Mother, Baby and Us.
This episode is in answer to a question that we've had of a listener. Isn't it?
They're some of my favourite episodes. This question was emailed to us at motherbabyus@gmail.com. I always forget this email address. motherbabyus@gmail.com.
Yes, we'll link it somewhere so people know exactly
It'll be in
what
the
it
description, it's fine.
Yes.
It's where we get all our questions from our listeners now. So if you have a question, let us know.
While we're here, if you haven't already subscribed, don't forget to do so. Click the little bell so you get notified next time we upload. Give us a like, do all the good stuff. Yeah, absolutely. But the actual episode is going to be about red flags.
Yeah. Our nightmare customers and how we dealt with them.
Yes.
Mother, Baby and Us. Okay, so the question was, what has been your...
Worst client?
we should have wrote it down. But it was something about, what's your worst client experience or something like that?
Yeah, and how do we deal with it?
Yeah. We can't really go into our worst client. We've had too many.
You have.
And two, we don't want to give it away who it was and everything else.
Yeah, we don't want somebody to think, hang on, that's me. But at the same time, if somebody does watch this and think, oh, that might be me, then maybe be
Be nicer.
Yeah, just be nicer. So we're not going to name any names, but we are going to give you some of our horror stories.
Yeah.
There have been plenty, but we are going to condense. Some of these have actually been the same client, but we've broken them up a bit just so.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Some of them are the same client, some of them are different clients. They're all broken up and in different orders just to try and
keep anonymity.
Yeah, as much as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So we're going to tell you a little bit about the nightmare client. We're going to tell you how we dealt with that nightmare client and then the red flags to watch out for. And maybe if we'd listened to that, we wouldn't have had so many nightmare clients.
I feel like I am very good at picking up on red flags, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
And you just don't listen to me.
No, it's not that I don't listen to you. Well, there is an element of that. But it's always, but what if it's just worded... They haven't realised how it's worded and how it comes across. Or how,
You can always tell.
I know you can, but I always like to kind of think, oh, but what if? 9 times out of 10, it's always, yeah, we should have just listened and said no. But I'm getting better at that, though.
You are getting better.
I am.
I've got a couple of years on you in this game, so I feel like it's with experience that you just get better.
Yeah. But I feel like it is listen to your gut. Your gut tells you 100%. You'll get an email from a client come in, you think,
nope.
Oh, that looks like red flags to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Client number 1. This client is the bane of my life. And when they messaged and said, can we book? What did I say to you?
I'm not booking it in. And I said, oh, don't be mean. Book it in. So I booked it in.
Abigail booked it in.
Abigail was fuming, but I booked it in.
Client was late, 20 minutes late to a session.
Yeah.
Great start. She walked in with her unruly children who caused absolute chaos, didn't want to be there, didn't want their photos taken, screamed and shouted the whole entire time. It was absolutely chaotic. The whole session was chaotic.
Yeah.
We got what we needed, like the baby and the mum, nobody ever leaves without anything. So she got images. It was fine. We booked her viewing in. She was late to that.
She's late for everything. She's literally late for everything.
She turned up late, came in, loved the photos, and then went, oh, but I don't like their outfits.
Bearing in mind, she came with the children dressed and ready in the outfits. She chose the outfits. She bought the outfits. She dressed her children in those outfits and then brought them ready to have the photos. And they decided she didn't like them and wanted us to do something about that.
What, okay, what do you want me to do about that? Oh, I don't know, I just don't like them. I love the photos though.
What do you say to that? What do you say to that?
Nothing. I went, okay, well, there's nothing I can do about that, so maybe next time. Pick outfits for your children that you actually like.
Now, I am going to say that this was a long, long, long time ago, before we had everything in place that we do now.
She is the main cause of the pre-sessions that we have.
So now we do a very thorough pre-session consultation, don't we?
Yeah.
Where we discuss all outfits, all backgrounds, everything that goes along with the session, and it is planned in advance. And I also have the client email a picture of everyone's outfits in enough time that if it comes through and I think, oh, good Lord, I can email them back and say, maybe this isn't the best option. Maybe look for something more like this.
Yeah.
And I have done that.
Yeah.
And clients are happy for that. They're more than happy for you to put a little bit of input in so that they get the best photos at the end. Yeah, that client, we didn't do that with. And
Regretted it.
we did regret it, yeah.
Nightmare. Yeah, so that's how we now tackle that situation.
Oh, absolutely.
To put a pre-session in place.
Yeah.
At the lateness is like, if you know somebody's going to be like one of those people that's going to be late, I don't know how you're going to tackle. Well, it's in our contract now, isn't it?
It is in our contract. And we only allot a certain amount of time for tardiness, depending on what shoot they're doing, because obviously all shoots are different amounts of time. But depending on how long their session is, we allow a certain amount of time for running late. Obviously, there's things that happen.
Yeah,
especially
and if they phone us and say, oh, look, this have happened, I'm running late, like I'm going to be there at X time. And if we've got nothing coming in afterwards or whatever, and we are able to like move a little bit, we are accommodating. It's not that, oh, you're late, you're not coming in.
No.
We always try to be accommodating.
Yeah.
But if you turn up like 10, 15 minutes late to a hour-long session and you don't even apologise or give us a
acknowledge
reason why,
or anything, yeah.
and then your kids are unruly and like are causing an absolute ruckus and you're not doing anything about it, like, I can't deal with that. So that's why it's in the contract.
We've had plenty of clients ringing us, I'm really sorry, we are here, but we're down the car park and the baby's had a punami and it's come out the sides and we are currently in the boot. We've had this a couple of times, and we're in the boot trying to change the baby and get the poo off everything. Fair enough. Like,
we're here and the baby really needed a feed and we couldn't wait any longer. She was screaming. That's fine.
Absolutely
if you need to feed them in the car, that's fine.
Yeah. We are on our way. We're stuck in a little bit of traffic. The sat-nav was telling me we're going to be 5 minutes late. Absolutely fine. Thank you for telling me. But the ones that don't let us know are just not respectful of our time. Like, we've got other clients.
And it takes a lot of time to set up sessions. And like, it's rude.
It is rude.
That's what something I can't stand is rude people. Like, there's no need for it. And that moves us on to the next nightmare client who is on the same list as the previous one because, again, bane of my life. So she messages me. This was back like when I was using Facebook Messenger or like allowing people to message me through there.
Yeah.
Facebook Messenger. How much? Or how much is packages? I hate how much.
How much?
How much is what? Price of fish. Like. So,
no, hello.
No.
Could you please give me nothing, no context whatsoever?
No, how much? So anyway, she's one of them. So I give her the package deal, the package prices. Ghosted. Fine. Like, you said how much. You definitely wasn't my client. First red flag. Like 3 weeks later, can I book? Yeah. Here's some dates that are available. Ghosted. All those dates go by. Hi, can I book? Yes, but I need a deposit to book a session in. That's fine. Can I have whatever date? She picked one of the dates. Yeah, but the deposit needs to be paid to hold it. Yeah, that's fine. That date comes. Hi, can I still come to my session? No, you didn't pay a deposit. It's gone. Can I book a session? Yeah, using my dates available. So this goes on for like weeks and weeks and weeks. Bear in mind, this is the summer now, so like weeks this goes on for. And I'm like, I just answered her just to be polite, which like I wouldn't do at this point now. I would probably just ignore him at this point. Like now, if it was me now, I wouldn't even acknowledge a message on Facebook. But anyway, she finally she picks a date again and she finally pays a deposit. She comes in, she pays a deposit. Fabulous. The day the session comes, I can't do that date now. Well, it's today. Yeah, I can't make it. Okay, I need to move my deposit to a different day. And it's not can I, it's I'm moving it.
No.
Right, okay, that's fine. What day do you want to move it to?
Did you move a deposit?
This was years ago, like years ago. I was like, at the end of my tether, I was like, whatever. So I move a deposit to another day. She doesn't turn up. So I tell her, well, you lose your deposit. You didn't turn up. Like, that's not my fault. Like, I was ready for you. You didn't come. All right, okay, can I book another day? Like, literally just went on and on and on. And I was like, I cannot be bothered for this woman. She finally turns up for a session. She pays for her deposit. She comes in for the session. She has the photos. Like, the session was not the greatest, but it is what it is. As you can expect, your children were exactly like her. Just didn't respect anything that wasn't their own or whatever. It was just like chaos again. So it comes and goes. If we win, she misses her appointment. She misses her appointment. She misses her appointment. Look, this is your last chance. If you don't come in for this one, like, you don't see photos. Okay, I'll be there. She turns up late. Oh my God. So she picks her photos. She loved them. Great. Fabulous. Picks all her photos. Doesn't pay for an order. I don't put the order in until you've paid for it. Oh yeah, but it's for a present. Again.
Pay for it then.
I won't put the order in until you've paid for it. Like, nothing about our like interaction has given me any faith that you're like actually going to pay for this order. So until you've put the order in, I'm not paying for it. Until you've paid for the order, I'm not putting it in. So she part pays for the order. So I part put the order in for the bits that she absolutely needs, like done yesterday. And then she finally pays me for the last bit. I need these before Christmas, mind. I was like, right, okay, it's before the Christmas cut-off, it's fine. The summer she started this situation. It's now Christmas. So the order goes in, the order comes back. Your order's ready for collection. Okay, great. The birthday of the person she was buying them for is tomorrow. I was like, well, I'm here now. Oh, I haven't got time to pick them up today. It's all right. I'll pick them up next week. Right, okay, great. So then ensues another, oh yeah, I'm coming in this day. She doesn't turn up. Coming in this day, she doesn't turn up. Blah, 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 blah. Can I come and collect them today? Yeah, I close at this time. It was like, I was saying 2:30 or something, just for a time. Okay, 10 to 3. Oh, sorry, I must have just missed you because your shutters were down when I passed. I was still in the studio. I told her 2:30 because I thought, well, she's not going to turn up on time, so I'll like tell her that, so I'm not waiting around. She hadn't left her house because I was still in the studio. The shutters were up. Then it goes to Christmas Eve, and all her orders are still there. She still hasn't picked anything up. She was the last one to pick anything up. That's the last thing left. I'm like, well, it's her problem. Like, she should have picked them up. If she wanted them for Christmas, they're there for Christmas. Like, I had them weeks before Christmas. Oh, sorry, can you deliver them to me?
Mug.
I'm not the mug. Mum made me go and order. Imagine she doesn't have them for Christmas. Oh, that's awful. She was just really busy. I said, oh my God, she wasn't. She was just being rude. So then she was like, oh, you're going to have to deliver them. Oh, just go above and beyond for this one more time. Above and beyond, be Christ.
And now, we don't mind going above and beyond for clients who appreciate us, and we do go above and beyond for a lot of our clients. That was not a client we should have been going above and beyond for.
No, it never happened again.
No.
Blacklist.
Yeah.
There's two on my blacklist. My blacklist is ever growing by the day.
Yeah, so that would never happen now because, well, number one, when she's done it once to us, then we know what's going to happen. We always try and give another chance to people, depending on what the situation is. If she'd done it twice to us now, then she absolutely would have had an email sent to us saying, unfortunately, this is the situation. This is the terms of how we run our business. If you want to abide by that, then that's great. We can book in. But if not, unfortunately, we're not
time for that, like.
Yeah, we're not a photographer for you. And back then, we were charging next to nothing for sessions. So that's why these people didn't
appreciate it.
No, and like even losing out on a deposit, the deposit was so minimal, they didn't care. So that's why you need to make sure you're doing, like we do a 50% deposit of our session fee. So that's quite a hefty amount. And that client, number one, wouldn't have paid that anyway. And number two, would never have thought, I'm just not going to bother going, because they wouldn't have lost that kind of money. They just wouldn't do it.
The session fee is paid, the balance is paid the week before.
Week before, yeah, absolutely.
Not on the day, because I used to do it, you pay like a stupid amount deposit, it was literally nothing, and then the rest of the balance would be paid on the day when you turned up.
Yeah.
So people didn't turn up.
No, so now we don't put any date at all in the diary unless your 50% deposit has been paid. Once that's been paid, you get your pre-session date where we go through all of the planning the session and everything. And then the week before the actual session, the rest of the balance is due. If they don't pay it, we don't set up. And even if you turn up, your balance hasn't been paid, we'll have to move it to another date. So those measures are now put in place.
And that has happened. That has happened where somebody hasn't paid the balance after like 5 or 6 emails.
Yeah.
And phone calls.
Yeah.
And
we don't just send them one email and that's that.
Like we try our best. Like we'll phone and email and whatever.
Yeah.
They didn't answer any of the emails or phone calls, and then they turned up on the day and was like, "Oh, I thought I could pay on the day."
Yeah.
Well, you didn't, because you replied to one of those emails and just ignored it.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't get the email. I said, "You sent a reply to this one." Oh, I did. Yeah, I didn't read it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have everything in place for these kinds of situations now, and we don't take no mess in. Like it used to just be, you know, like our mother is terrible for no. That's the old school way of thinking. That the customer's always right. Customer's never right.
They are sometimes.
They are sometimes. Okay, but the customer's not always right. And you need to think about yourself. I'm not being funny. We run a business. If we would run our business like we did back then, we wouldn't make any money.
No.
We didn't make any money. So that's why we put these things in place, because otherwise you just bending over backwards for people that don't appreciate what you're doing for them.
Spending so much time and energy on things that like there's no need to.
Yeah. That irritates you to the point where you're lying in bed thinking, oh, I can't believe she's done that to me.
Keeps me awake at night.
Yeah. But we don't have those. No, I was going to say, we don't have those kind of clients anymore because I've been blacklisted. Client number 3. Now, at this point, we have introduced the pre-session consultation. So we have minimised a lot of these red flags with this pre-session consultation.
Yes, still some slip through, and I feel like these are the ones that I go, Christy, we're not booking this person. You go, oh, give him one more chance.
This one, we gave one too many chances to. So she came in, did the pre-session, decided on the colours, chose all the props. And this was a newborn session, so it's not just minimal setup. It's a lot of setup. There's a lot of props. There's a lot of things that go into a newborn session. And now, don't get me wrong, whenever I do a pre-session consultation, I will always say to the client, when you come in, I will walk you through everything that I've got set up to make sure you're happy with anything. If you want to make any little tweaks, as in, oh, I would prefer not to use that bonnet, can we use that hat instead? Or, you know, maybe take the flowers from around our basket and use a leaf. Do you know what I mean? Little things. That's absolutely fine. We expect it. Yeah, absolutely, because we want it to be right. Now, this client turned up. Oh, funny enough, another one that turned up late. And she walked in, she said, oh, I know I said I wanted that colour, but I've changed my mind now, I want this colour. So that meant every single thing that we had set up.
Which again, would have been fine if she'd emailed us and gone, actually, I've changed my mind. What I decided on the pre-session isn't what I want. Can I have this colour instead?
Absolutely, fine. Absolutely. And if she hadn't turned up late to begin with, then we would have had that, you know, I can't remember how late she was. I don't think it was anything major, but still maybe 10, 15 minutes. That 10, 15 minutes was then, you know, half an hour, because they then had to take every single curly fur and stuff it out of every basket and swap it from one colour to another, change every single outfit, like...
Change all the beanbag fabrics.
Everything had to change because she wanted every single colour changed. Which we did because we're very accommodating people and we're very nice people. So we did it through gritted teeth. But
I was going to say, I was twitching my
we did it. We did the session. Came in to view the images and was like, oh, I know I said that I wanted to change the colour, but I want it back to the original colour that I picked in my pre-session.
No.
Now, if it was from pink to blue, that is a pain in the butt to do, but is doable. Fair enough. But she wanted to go from pink to white. To get something white, that is the hardest thing to do, isn't it? To take colour out of something to make it then go to white.
To make it look realistic.
Yes. And again, it can be done, but there is so much editing involved. I told her no. No.
Oh.
So no, she had pink.
And she didn't dislike the images.
She loved them. And if I'm completely honest, she spent an awful lot of money. But she's still on the blacklist.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't really know what to say to put into place for that. I don't know really what you can do.
No, not me.
I think that's just one of those situations. You're not going to have an answer for everything. We did what we could.
And just stick to your guns afterwards.
Yeah. I mean...
And don't overpromise, because if it's something you're thinking, oh, it's probably not going to be doable, and you've already said yes to it, you're screwed.
Yeah, you are. And if it is that instance, and you do want to go even further above and beyond, and you wanted to change all of her pink outfits and curly furs and everything else to white. Outsource it and charge her for it. Find somebody who has got the time to sit and recolour every single part of that image, and whatever it costs, bill them. And if they're willing to pay for it, then wonderful.
Yeah.
But we definitely would not
Absolutely not.
recolouring every single image.
Not after you've like messed us about twice.
Do you know what? If she hadn't have picked that colour originally and then come in late and then said, oh, I don't want that colour now, I want to change to this colour, I think we probably would have like,
Tried.
yeah. But at that point, everything's out the window, innit?
It's an amalgamation of too many red flags. My favourite nightmare customers are the mini session ones. And by favourite, I mean, I absolutely hate mini sessions. And every time you make me do them, I want to punch you in the face because I hate mini session customers. Not all of them. Some of them are the loveliest people in the world. Some of them are regular customers that we see all the time. And it's just nice to have a catch up.
Yes.
But the chronic, is it chronic the word I'm looking for? The ones that just keep coming back and they only have mini sessions. They won't pay for a full session. They only will have mini sessions.
And you know what? I think it all boils down to the fact that it's a cheaper session because it's a smaller session. We don't charge as much as a full session. And it's the people that can't afford a full session.
Well, it's not so much, I don't think it is that. It's that it's not that they can't afford, it's the people, just because they can't afford it doesn't make them the bad customers. It's the people who don't appreciate the photography enough to want to pay for more. Like half of them can afford to pay for a session.
Yeah.
They just don't want to.
No.
It's the, oh, well, I don't want a full session. I just want one.
And people find the money for what they want to, like if somebody wants to go on a really fancy holiday, but they haven't got the money, they'll take a loan out to go on a holiday. Same as if they really, really want newborn photos with us and it's not really within your usual budget of what you would spend, you'd find the money because that's what you want. And we have had clients. But when you do a discounted session, it's more affordable for the people that wouldn't necessarily pay for a full session.
For the sake of it because it's cheap.
Yeah. And that's where you tend to have the walking red flags.
Yeah. The first one being the lateness. Like, our mini sessions or limited edition sessions, whatever you want to call them, are 20 minutes. Or sometimes 15 minutes. It depends on what, like Christmas or like whatever you're doing. 20 minutes usually, though, we try and get them down and we get them to. Then you turn up 10, 15 minutes late to that session. You haven't got enough time to be, oh, let me just get a change, though. No, you should, in the what do we send them beforehand?
Contracts.
No. Preparation. In the preparation emails, you're told come on time, not early, not late. On time because it's like a well-oiled machine at this point. Like we have you in, blah 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 blah, ready and dressed. Don't come in like in comfy clothes and then get changed. You haven't got time. There is no time for it. You may have time for an outfit change during the session if we've got everything done, but that's a strong if. Like if your kid has like smashed it and done it all in like 5-10 minutes. You can quickly get them changed and we'll do another one. Don't come with a thing of, oh, I'm going to be 15 minutes late and then I'm going to turn up and want to get dressed. Oh, no, it is not right a minute. Let me put a bow in it. Oh my God. And then you can hear the doorbell go in and it's like, well, the next customer's you. And like, I'm not going to tell them no because you were the one who's turned up late. So, drives me up the wall.
In this instance, to miss a session altogether, that's only happened to us once when they literally only had a couple of minutes left. And what we did was there was a bit of a gap between clients later on in the day and we offered them that. But they had to pay for another session because that's not our fault. That you've had all of that information.
You've signed the contract.
Signed the contract, yeah. And
you tick boxes all the way through to make sure I understand this. I understand that.
And that is something that does need to be in place. And you need to reinforce that. You can't just let that slide because you do it for one, you got to do it for everyone. And if everyone's late, you start your day at 9 o'clock, wanting to finish at 5, you're still here at 9 o'clock at night. Because everything has a knock-on effect.
It's not the ones that are genuinely late. Again, some things happen. It's the ones that walk through the door 10, 15 minutes late and go, I know, I'm always late for everything. And they know they're late for everything, so they just don't care. Do not care for anybody else's time. And it drives me up the wall, as you can probably tell, because I've got really irate.
Yes. So
No respect.
we in every single mini session, we will always have at least one person turn up late.
Yeah.
Now, a couple of minutes, fine.
Usually followed by the person who turns up early.
Every time. Every single time. Couple of minutes, okay, things happen. If you were coming in for a 20-minute session and you're 15 minutes late, don't bother. Just don't bother coming. Just don't turn up.
Next mini session, annoyance.
I'll just take my free digital, thanks. And that's usually the one.
Which is fine, but it's usually with the rest of the red flags in it.
Yeah, and it's usually the one that turns up with 3 outfit changes in a 15-minute session, wants every single angle, it wants everything, wants absolutely everything in the session, and then we do as much as we possibly can, and they've got a million to choose from, and they go, I'll just pick one free digital.
It's usually, I'll pick my one free digital and I'll come back if that's okay, and then, gone.
Now,
Never to be heard of again.
we could put things in place for this particular instance where you do a minimum spend, but we are really reluctant to do a minimum spend, and because it puts people off when they see that, oh, I've got to spend a minimum of.
I don't want to force people to spend money that they don't want to spend.
No, but at the same time, it's the most deflating thing in the world when you put all that effort in and they come in and they sit down.
Have a full viewing session with all the cake, not cakes. I don't give people cakes. Don't think you're having cake. With all the biscuits and coffees and
biscuits and a cuppa, and you sit there and you've got like the preview sheet all printed out, and you've got all the gallery edited and up on the TV, and then they sit down and they go, yeah, just pick my one favourite.
It's really infuriating. But I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world to happen. It's just
not.
one of them things that comes with mini sessions. It's another reason why I hate them.
Yeah.
And coupled with, they are probably the ones that have just turned up late to the session and want the world. Like, it's just really annoying. Right, the third thing with the mini sessions that I hate, red flag. Can I bring my niece and nephew?
All of my extended family. Can I bring everybody?
That's not the red flag. That's fine. Yes, you can bring your niece and nephew. We probably won't have time to do all of you in one session though, because it's quite a short session. So we do suggest you book 2 sessions back to back. Oh no, okay, thanks. We'll just get it all done in one. Okay, but again, if we don't get it all done, like you can't extend the session while you're there because we'll be booking somebody in after you. That's fine. And then they either don't book at all or they try and fit all them people in and it doesn't work.
So,
because we do get people asking, can we bring
yeah, and that's fine. Because if it's like all of the grandkids and there's only like 6 of them or whatever, then that's fine, because it's probably like a grandparent present, then yeah, and that's absolutely fine. And the people that genuinely want those are more than happy to go, oh, well, I'll book this one, and my sister or brother or whoever the parent is of the other children, they'll book a second session and we'll do them back to back, but we'll all turn up at the same time, which is what we suggest. All come along at the same time. We'll do all of the ones together, and then we'll do the individuals as well. There's more than enough time, and then if they need to do any extras or changes of outfits, they've got that time as well. It just means that it's not a rushed session. Everything all flows nice and easy.
And they end up having nearly a full session because they've got the rollover time that we've got in between to set down and set back up between customers. They've also got that 10 minutes as well.
They do.
So they're ending up with 20-minute sessions plus the 10 minutes in between.
So they get in almost a full hour's session for
a lot less.
A lot less. Yeah. So it's well worth doing. And the clients that are genuine and do genuinely want that are more than happy to pay for that, and they understand what they're getting for it. But it's the people that want everything for nothing.
Yeah.
They want all of the outfits, all of the children, all of the poses. They want to do it all in 15 minutes. And they want to pay the absolute bare minimum for it.
And they want to turn up 15 minutes late.
Every time.
And they're all on my red list. They've been red flagged. They're on my blacklist.
Yeah.
Not book it again.
Yeah. If Abigail had a way, we just wouldn't do a mini session.
We wouldn't. Absolutely not. Hate them. Absolutely hate them. No, not worth the money that you make.
No, I know.
I mean, there's people out there that make fortunes off mini sessions, but like, I'm pretty sure they don't sleep.
No, they don't. They work very blooming hard for that money. Hats off to them. We're never going to be those people.
No.
Absolutely not.
Can't think of anything worse. Well, I can. Don't know where I did.
Don't ever ask her to do that either.
Oh. Okay, so to recap, red flags. They usually are the kinds of people that will email you how much.
Yeah, no pleasantries, just I want a price.
Yeah, and they price matching.
Oh,
How
yeah,
much?
absolutely. Yeah.
They just messaging all the photographers in the local area, how much is this going to be? They go for the cheapest.
Yeah.
And they don't want you for you, so they're going to be hard work. They turn up late. Or don't turn up at all.
Yeah.
Or they move their session a million times with like little to no notice.
Or they ghost you when you ask for deposits.
Yeah.
Or give you every excuse under the sun why they can't pay a deposit. Yeah.
Red flag.
Yeah.
Other ones. I can't remember what else we've talked about. They are my main red flags. You can see that they clearly don't respect your time or your effort with those two things, like money price matching and time management. Like straight away, red flags. My biggest red flags for customers.
Yeah.
You know that they're not there to just waste your time. They can't be bothered.
And always go with your gut. Your gut knows. We have the emails come in and we know straight away, don't we?
Yeah.
It's the way they're worded or the things they're asking for or...
We'll get them in the morning and be like, yeah, they're not bugging. They're not our customer.
No.
Straight away, we know.
But the things that we have implemented to kind of stop that from happening are your pre-session consultation. So there's no confusion with what colours, what outfits. It's done and it's ready. Yeah. Managing their expectations and everybody is singing off the same hymn sheet. Being completely clear with how your process works in
terms
terms
of phone consultation.
I
think first of all, the first thing we did was stop all social media messages.
Oh, absolutely.
So if you message us on social media now, you'll get an automated message saying we don't take inquiries via social media. Use our website link, fill out the contact form, and we'll get back to you when we can. So that
whittles
initially
out.
sending out, showing our boundaries. Like, no, we're not taking this message right now. We'll get back to you when we can get back to you. We're busy. We'll get back to you.
Yes, and that whittles out the people that have just copy and pasted the same message to every photographer in the area on Facebook.
Yeah, because I'll still get notifications now and again to show like randomly that one or two people have messaged, and then I'll go click on the inbox just to have a look what's going on. And there's loads of messages that I've never had any notification for, so it was just a nightmare anyway, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But and 9 times out of 10, those people never emailed us because they've seen that and like, I can't bother.
Yeah.
Fabulous, you're not our customer.
No, absolutely not.
So then when we get that email in, we then do a phone consultation and we speak to them over the phone. If they don't want to speak to us over the phone, red flag. Why don't they want to speak to us over the phone? And we understand like anxiety over phone calls. Some people don't like having phone calls, but we always say, hi, this is blah, blah, blah from Abigail Lewis Photography. Have you got 2 minutes to chat? It's only going to be quick. And then we go over they're not really speaking. We're talking at them basically.
And that again sets expectations. They know exactly the process. They know that if they want to book with us, then they have to pay that 50% deposit to put a date in the diary. They have to come in for that pre-session consultation and we plan it all, and they know that they have to pay in advance for the session, that they won't turn up for that session unless they've paid their balance. And little things like that, as long as you're putting those boundaries in place and you're sticking to them, not letting it slide when somebody gives you an excuse.
And it's easily done, in it? Because
it is,
somebody will say, oh, but the thing is, I'm like, oh, right, okay. But then no, I'm not letting it slide, because if I let it slide with you this time, your sister who's pregnant is then going to go, oh yeah, but they didn't say anything.
They did it for my sister, I'll do it for me. So if I haven't got the money till payday, that's absolutely fine. Contact us on payday and then we'll pop a date in the diary at that point. No pre-booking an appointment and paying for it when you can. No, if you don't have the funds available right now, that's absolutely fine. Get in contact when you do, and that's when we'll put the date in the diary. And then they know there's a clear boundary. Okay, I'm not going anywhere with this unless I've got the money to pay for it. I'm not booking anything.
Yeah,
great. The time management thing, if they are late for their pre-session, you just let them know, okay, this is the amount of time that we have left for your pre-session. Just to let you know, if you are late for your actual session, that comes off the time of your session. And
if it's over X amount, it does get cancelled.
Yeah, that is in the contract that you've signed. Obviously, things happen, and if you can let us know in advance, if you're stuck in traffic or if something has happened, then obviously we're understanding of it. But just so you know, if you're past X amount of time, then we won't be able to do the session because there isn't enough time left for it. And we'll have to pay again then. So lose your deposit. And if it's the actual session and they've already paid for it, it doesn't matter. You'll have to pay for a new session. You've got to put those boundaries in place. They realise, oh, okay, like I need to be on time for this, which I think you just should be as a general rule for everything.
Me nuts. Like if I'm late for something, oh, it drives me nuts.
Try doing that on a dentist. They won't see you, boy. Whoop, be struck straight off. Am I wrong?
No.
So why are we any less important than your appointment with a dentist?
I mean, we're not taking people's teeth out, but
Don't ask us to do that.
I love go.
Yes, so all of these steps
Just manages everybody's expectations. Everybody knows what we expect of them. They know what we know. You know what I mean?
everyone knows what everyone is expected of each other.
Yeah.
And by implementing these things, what are our clients like now?
I love them.
I love them.
They're like my best friends now.
And do you know what? It's mad because these clients now appreciate what we do. They're here because they love what we do. They love our work, and that's why they've chosen to book with us. And we have the best messages off these clients now, don't we? Like once they finish the whole process, we'll have a little email. Oh, not even finished the process. After this session, we enjoyed that session so much. Thank you so much.
They haven't seen the final outcome yet, and
No,
they're already.
we loved it. Like, and it's just so much more rewarding. It's not all the pulling your hair out because these clients are an absolute pain and they keep you up at night. You have enjoyable sessions with lovely people.
Yeah.
And it's just so much more rewarding.
Yeah. Thank you for watching and listening to another episode of Mother, Baby and Us.
Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell to be notified next time we upload.
If you have any questions, don't forget you can email us at motherbabyus@gmail.com.
And we'll see you again next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Mother, Baby and Us.